And welcome to the same video again. I just uploaded it, but I forgot to record my audio, so you know, all of that was wasted. I uploaded it and then I realized it once I uploaded it. So welcome to the proper video. Today I'm gonna talk about being a one trick. Okay, this time for real though. My mic is working, I see. Yeah, so same thing again. I'm gonna tell you today if being a one trick is good or bad, and I'm gonna explain why with several points I have. Like, okay, that's like 3 or 4 points that I'm gonna go over quickly. And first things first, obviously, being a one trick means picking one certain character and sticking to that simple character and being the best at that character, so you can carry every single game just playing the same character over and over again. Okay, so let's say I play only Magic my whole life, okay, and I learn her, like I learn every single combo she has, every single matchup, every single potential counter she has, and just destroy them all nonetheless. It doesn't matter what they pick, I'm better than them, and that's it. But yeah, going into the video, before we get into the specifics, feel free to like or dislike the video, put in the comments what you think, feel free to subscribe as well if you want to support me in the upcoming videos I'm gonna upload, since I upload videos every day. And if you just want to see my you know, Marvel Rivals content, feel free to follow me on Twitch as well. Going for the top, obviously, surely it's gonna work out. But yeah, let's get into the video now. Like I said, there's a few points I'm gonna get into. First point is this game having roll queue only. The opposite, okay? This game having no roll queue at all, okay? What does that mean? You can pick whatever role you want, whatever character you want. Obviously, if you've played the game before, you will realize that. If you've played other games before, like Overwatch or League of Legends or anything that's similar to that, you will know a system where you can only choose to play DPS and only pick DPS characters, and your mates are forced to play only healer or only tank. This does not exist for this game, okay? That is very important. And why is that important? Because there's so many games where you just have to pick other roles because you have 3 stubborn DPS in your team who don't want to change, and then if you don't change, you're gonna lose. But if you go healer in that situation, you might have a chance to win still, and you know, carry them as a healer, so to say, to win even more games, and you know, remove those games that you just lose because you were too stubborn to change, and you were like your mates that nobody likes. Now, obviously, if you have a bit of thinking, you'll understand where I'm going with this. So let's say only play Magic and you play nothing else and only her, okay? And then you have 3 stubborn DPS, like I said, you're not going to be able to win, or it's very unlikely that you're going to win. It still can happen with a very low chance, but like I said, it's very unlikely, and then you're just going to fuck your game because you can play only one character. Sometimes you have to be the smarter guy. You could say, well, why don't they change and why do I have to change if I'm the better one trick and I can prove it? Well, there's no logic in open queue, okay? Nobody thinks with their brains, or everyone thinks with their ego, okay? Everyone wants to be him, okay, with their specific character. So if you're one of those people, there's a high chance that you're gonna, you know, lose those games where you meet exactly people like you. Not saying it as a negative thing, or maybe a little bit, okay? So that's the first point. There is no roll queue that's gonna fuck you up, okay? Second point is this thing, okay? The character matchups, okay? If you main a certain character that has just simple bad synergy with other characters like Hawkeye or Black Widow, that's gonna be useless, okay? If you pick Black Widow every game, and then there is other mates, like your teammates want to play, like you have 2 other DPS, one of them wants to play Storm, the other one wants to play Hela, and you have a Thor as your tank, and then I guess whatever, the second one could be Captain America. It's not necessary, it's not that great of a buff, and then or like Strange, whatever. And then there's like one healer, and you could either go Black Widow, your main, okay, which I wouldn't recommend anyways, because she's not the best character in the game right now. But let's say she's your main anyways, and you want to pick her instead of going second healer, and then you want to force one of the Hela or Storm DPS in your team to go healer instead. That's just bad. Simply because there's a good synergy between Storm and Thor already, which he buffs her pretty well, and both of these characters are pretty strong right now in Season 1. And Hela can just revive Thor if she's a good Hela, so there's potential in there. And then let's say you have a Loki healer, so you can revive both, so she's also necessary for the team. And then who's you? You're fucking Black Widow, okay? Even if you did have a Hawkeye, it's a bad matchup in general. It's not good to combine these 2 characters, since they're both in the backline, and you know, you're like standing next to each other, just aiming at the enemies. One Black Panther comes along and you're both dead if he's decently well. So that is bad. Yeah, so basically second point is character matchups. sometimes you have to adjust to it and just pick something else for your team to make sense, so your team comp to work out the way you want it to work out. Third thing, okay? Now these things, like these two options were negative. Obviously, third thing is going to be positive, the third point I'm going to talk about. Why is it a good thing to be one trick? Simply because in low ranks, okay, everything below diamond, you can very easily get to diamond. Why? Because below diamond, okay, in plat a little bit, but before diamond, especially in general, there's not much coordination. So if you're good with a certain character and you just destroy their backlines and the tanks don't pay attention to it, you can win the game, because they will not learn the whole game that maybe they have to go back and kill that one guy before they can work together as 6 and kill the rest of your team. That one guy being you, if you let's say playing Black Panther, you destroy the whole backline, right? So you can carry your whole team until diamond, like up until diamond. Why am I mentioning diamond specifically? Not only because the teams are getting more coordinated and more, you know, well organized from diamond onwards, but also because once you do get to diamond, now for the fourth point, which is a negative one again, there is a high chance that if you play a good character like Black Panther, for example, or Storm, and you main them only, or even Hawkeye still, I think, and Hela, there's a high chance that your character just gets banned for the game, and then you're useless. If you play only one character, you're gonna be useless for the game, and then you can leave, yeah, but that's, I mean, nobody wants to leave. Who wants to leave games? It's not a good thing, right? And then you're gonna be forced to pick a different character, and you can't play the character, so you're just gonna drag your team down for that whole game, just because you got outplayed in Champ Select. Without the team even trying, the enemy team, they just get a free win because of you. So that's also bad. Obviously, there's a low chance that your specific character gets banned, because right now there's a lot of characters that are actually very strong. So if you play Storm, obviously there's a high chance that you're gonna be banned like nearly every game. But if you play like Scarlet Witch for some reason, and you're great with her for some weird reason, I don't know how that could work, but let's say you're crazy good with her, that's still gonna be, you know, pretty bad for you. So for them, so you can still pick her every game, is what I mean, right? So if you pick a certain character that is not banned a lot, like her, or even Squirrel Girl, I don't think gets ever banned. I don't know about her ult currently, it's quite strong. Let's say Black Widow instead, because it's a more safer pick that never gets banned. If you pick these two characters and you're like maining one of them, right, and then because these two are safe to not be banned ever, you have a high chance of going crazy and picking your character every game still and winning if you're crazy good. But even then, I mean, there's only so much you can do against the counter, and if he's also good with his character, there's nothing you can do really. Even if you're one trick, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? It's less possible, or that's a good thing to outplay your counters just by being better. I mean, the higher you get, the less likely it's gonna be like that. But yeah, these are the points I wanted to go over. Like I said, it is like 1 point was positive in this whole video, like 3 were negative, so you can figure out what my opinion, what my stance is on this. I don't think it's a good thing to be a one trick. I think it's quite bad, and I wouldn't recommend it at all, okay? So if you still decide to be a one trick, pick characters that have no chance of getting banned. Try your best still, but I would recommend to at least, if you really just want to pick 1 DPS every game, at least choose 1 healer and 1 tank as well that you be very good at. So you can at least go into a different role if it's needed. That is I mean, I'd still recommend you to learn at least 3 characters for each role, but that is too much for some people, okay? You have to learn at least 1 character for each other role, otherwise it's gonna fuck you, okay? Either way, that's my opinion. Feel free to like or dislike, like I said. Put in the comments what you think, and yeah, subscribe as well if you want to support me on my journey, and follow me on Twitch. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm out. Goodbye. This time really though. Yeah, my voice is working, guys.